Salamun alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Today I want to introduce a place to you. Yes, this is a masjid, God's house on earth. Of course, all houses and the whole earth belong to God, but masjids are different in some aspects and so they should be respected. This is a masjid, it's not a kitchen garden.
For example, a woman remembers in the masjid that her mother has just invited them for dinner. So she starts shouting from upstairs to her husband,
"Darling, we should go to my mom's home tonight. We should take something there. Do you want to buy confectionery or fruit?"
Shouting in the masjid is makruh or disliked in Islam. This is a masjid, it's not a street market. Some salespersons have a second branch in the masjid. Before adhan or call to the prayer, they go and sit near the masjid's door and present their stuff to sell.
When entering the masjid, people take a look at the stuff and then make their decisions while they're saying their prayers. And between the two prayers, they have enough time to try the stuff on.
My friend, it's forbidden in Islam to buy and sell things in a masjid. This is a masjid, a place where the afterlife is usually remembered. It's not a place where you passionately tell your friends about the story of your recent trips. Speaking about mundane issues is disliked in Islam.
This is a masjid. It's not a painting room where children can freely paint on the walls. Painting on the masjid's wall is disliked.
But it's not disliked to make calligraphies of the names of God, even on the wall in the direction of the Qibla. In general, taking children to masjid has its own problems. While you're saying your prayers in the masjid, you may see a child who has started passing water on the carpet. Immediately after finishing your prayer, you should take care of that and clean the nijasat. It's even forbidden to spit or throw trash in a masjid. It's recommended to sweep the masjid, especially on Thursday nights. When you go to a home of a distant relative, you don't throw even a small thing on the floor. And if your child throws something on the carpet, you will jump on them.
But you don't care at all when they take a handful of chocolate and throw their wrappers on the floor of God's house. I know that you have to stand on ceremony with your relatives, but try to stand a little on ceremony with God too. It's not good to feel too comfortable and relaxed with God. But I don't mean that you shouldn't take your children on the masjid. As it happens, it's recommended to take your children to the masjid to acquaint them with the atmosphere of the masjid. They should think of the masjid as their second home, as their refuge. Unfortunately, there are people who are at loggerheads with this thought. Two children are playing in the masjid while people are saying their prayers. As soon as the prayer is finished, an old man shouts at their mothers with anger,
"Ladies, is the masjid a place for your children? Stay at home and take care of your children. I wasn't able to concentrate during my prayer. I was totally distracted."
But his voice is so loud that those worshippers who are dealing with the follow-ups of the prayer get shocked.
When someone is distracted with two children's voice, he should work on concentration in his prayer. The old man should try harder not to get distracted by children playing around. There's another group near the children. When we were kids, we used to call them boogaboos. They weren't the same as the old men who just shouted from the men's section of the masjid. They glared at us in a way that caused nightmare. Both groups believe that the masjid is not God's house. They think it's theirs and feel like they can treat with these naughty children in whatever way they liked. They have forgotten that the landlord is another person. If you are too nervous, please just stay at home and say your prayer there. This is a masjid, God's house. Don't you take care of your appearance when you go to someone's home? That's it. You should care about your appearance when you go to God's home too.
According to a hadith, when you want to go to a masjid, you should wear your best clothes, you should wear a perfume, and it's disliked in Islam to eat garlic or onions or anything annoying when you go to a masjid.
At the parties, you have garlic or onions, you can try not to open your mouth when someone asks you a question. You can instead communicate with signs. But when you say your prayer, you must recite the dhikrs of ruku and sujood. There was a person who opened his mouth while in prostration, and their mouth smell was so bad that the person next to him wasn't able to continue his prayers.
Going to the masjid in this way will not be rewarded by God. Moreover, it counts as a violation of people's rights. This is a masjid. It's not a dining room or a dormitory. It's not forbidden to eat or sleep in the masjid. But according to hadith, you'd better not eat or sleep there.
Also, it's disliked in Islam to clap in masjid. Of course, it's fine to celebrate the birthdays of religious leaders in masjid. It's perfect, but the song and the rhythm shouldn't violate the sanctity of the masjid. Some celebrations are not holy enough. Imams won't be happy when you lose your control in celebration in their names. This is a masjid. It's God's home on the earth. It's a refuge for believers, and it's a place where saying prayers makes God happy.
According to a hadith, when someone goes to a masjid for saying prayer, the earth will exalt God on his behalf for every single step. So if you go to the masjid, pray for us too.